Hey, unstuckers! Josh here, joined every week by my co-host Cel in Germany. Say hey, Cel. But
Hey guys,
say it.
how you doing back in America?
Oh,
How you doing back
you
in
know, thing cray
America?
cray here. We're really good at what do you call it? Uh, tamping down a pandemic. We're really good at that. I think we're like the world leader in that. So
Oh, I've heard. Yeah.
that's
I've
right.
heard.
That's right. Um, Yeah, no, we're good. I'm good anyway, back here in the stateside. How are you? You're almost done with quarantine, right?
We are. Technically we're done on Sunday. So it's Thursday night my time. So only 2 more full days of being stuck on base. I'm super excited.
Ooh, you get to explore Germany and
Yeah.
not just your little neck of the base.
Oh yeah, dude. We've walked like 5 miles a day. Sorry, I'm trying to shoo a bug away. This is real life right now.
Ooh.
Okay.
For you YouTubers, this
And it's
is
still
the
coming at me.
unedited version. That's funny. Um,
Yeah. So we've walked like all 5 miles of base, and like that's all we got. We've also run all 5 miles of base. So
there you go.
there's really nothing left to do.
Yeah, yeah, going a little stir crazy. Well, for our listeners out there, if you're new to the show, on Casual Friday, we have kind of a mini mastermind session here, and we keep it pretty casual, hence the name. It also comes out on Fridays, hence the name. And Chell, what you drinking there?
Oh, as always, guys, a spaghetti? Hell yeah.
Hell
It
yeah.
looks weird tonight.
And we'll be drinking, hence the name. I'm as we because of our time zone difference. It's 2 o'clock my time, so I'm not drinking yet because I have to
Dude,
go back to work right after
it's 5 o'clock.
this.
No, Josh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Come on,
I
man.
know, but I gotta go drive around and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna do that anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So we're,
Yeah,
we're
be
gonna
safe.
figure
Don't
this
do
out,
that.
but I may not be drinking on every Casual Friday anymore. I've only done it maybe once so far, and now I will continue to not do it very often.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I will continue too.
But I have my kombucha, and you can drink for both of us. So there you go.
Hey.
Yeah. So how are things other than being on base? Like anything going on in your business? I've seen personally, I've seen more stuff on your Instagram. I've seen more stuff on your
Yeah.
email newsletters. I see action coming out of the Wellness Cucina LLC.
Yeah, definitely. So it took me a week to like get used to the time zone. I'm not gonna lie, that was a rough transition. Also with Reveille every morning. If you guys haven't heard the wonderful sounds of Reveille, please go back to Wednesday's episode where you can hear all of the beautiful sounds that I've been hearing on base every day. I actually calculated how many minutes of my life have been attuned to the sounds of bass, and as of right now, it is 55 minutes of my life in the last 2 weeks. Fun fact.
Fun. Good. That's what you want.
Yeah. Um, However, that aside, yeah, I've actually gotten back into business this week. So that means going back into my online course and learning. She calls it, I'm sure other people call it this as well, but direct outreach and social selling. So direct outreach is used on like any kind of social media platform. So it could be like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I chose Instagram just because doing multiple things is really overwhelming right now. And I'll explain why in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I have notes here, so I'm just going to prop them up because it's been a lot. So, so direct outreach, again, like that's when you're saying like, hey, um, quick compliment, or like, hey, insert name, quick compliment. This is what I do, because they kind of like fit into your category. And I tried doing that both texting and like verbally, like sending a message on Instagram, because that's a little bit more personal.
Like an audio
And that
message.
is just super awkward. Yeah, like an audio message. But like just going straight into what I do is super awkward for me. Like, I don't know. It just feels schmutzy.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Little
It just feels very salesy and really
salesy. Yeah.
schmutzy. Yeah. So I'm a little bit more comfortable with social selling, but it's still kind of like super scary for me. So, social selling in comparison to direct outreach would be like starting a conversation with someone over DMs. Um, and this can be just like, hey, like quick comment, like for example, like moms who are like doing like getting into like fitness and whatever, like, hey, love that you're sharing your wellness journey. And then I go into something along the lines of like, in addition to like working out, are you also like making any changes like with your food? So that's like a good introduction of like how to talk, like like get into food, right? And like see if they're doing it for their family or if they're just trying to like cook for themselves or whatever, which has been super outside my comfort zone. Like I cannot even tell you how much pacing around my apartment I've done to like just like have a conversation. It's so unnatural to me.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it, because this is the way, like, this is like the new way to sell. Like without being super schmutzy, super salesy, and like spending a ton of money on ads. I know you've had good success with ads, and I can't wait to hear more about that today. But like, I'm giving this a shot. Like, I know webinars are going to be great, but like, you also have to have a following to promote webinars too.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
think this is going to be a good way to maybe find clients, right? Like have this conversation and like build up to what the online course I'm taking calls a 15-minute chat. So this is different than like a clarity call, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago or like a month ago now,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that like a 15-minute chat is just like getting to know them a little bit more and not doing any sales. So like understanding if like their situation is going to be a good fit to even get them on a 45-minute call. So I've been trying to just get people there. But dude, it's exhausting. Like I've spent probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours on this the last 4 nights, and it's draining. And I'm choosing to do it at night because of the weird time difference.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's been a learning experience and a half to say the least. But like I think getting over your fear in this sense is like the best possibility.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed. I
and
mean,
I'm
the
seeing
stuff
this.
I'm doing too, it's very much like pushing me past my comfort zone, which we'll get into later. But you just got to
Yeah.
do it. So many people kind of passively learn how to do things and they go, yeah, I don't want to. I'll get to that or whatever excuse, excuse, excuse. And so good for you
Yeah.
for pushing past the awkward
Oh, I also have a check-in buddy to keep me honest. Because if I didn't, I don't think I would.
in the
So
course.
she and I just do like yeah, she's also taking the course. So like she and I just check in like every day or like every other day just to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Nice. That's good.
Um, yeah, I mean, it helps, dude, just to have some
Accountability's
accountability,
so
unless you're just
key.
like,
Yeah. It's like, I mean, it's what we're doing
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, it's crazy though. Um, And then, so in addition to like direct outreach and social selling, I've also put together kind of, I guess, my social media like plan for the month, which
Hmm.
is why you've seen my Instagram being a lot more active. So I try and do a story at least once a day. And I mean, I've been cooking so much in quarantine, we literally have not gone out to eat um, until today when I ordered in. But we still walked like 4 miles to go pick up the food because no place on base delivers. Different story. Anyway. um, but yeah, so on my stories, I'm doing like more like what I do food wise and just sharing that with people. And then on my Instagram posts, um, they're a lot more directed to my target audience. And if you notice, I'm not using hashtags. So I'm hoping that the investments in time that I'm making with the people I'm reaching out to, a good number of them have started following me. So then that means that they're seeing my posts and they're seeing the clientele that I can help. So this is not a make money overnight way of getting clients by any means. It's definitely a time investment. So it's free other than your time. But I really want to build relationships with people. So I think this is going to be the best source of outreach or means of outreach for me to get clients. So
Yeah.
it's stressful, but I'm excited.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. It's awesome that you're
Yeah.
doing that. I think it's interesting that we're both doing this, we're both marketing an online product at the same time in different ways. So this has been
Yeah.
uh, cool. I don't have the capacity to learn both ways at the same time anyway. And so like I'm getting to hear what you learn and you're getting to hear what I learn
Yeah.
and we're just seeing how things work and it's cool to that even though we're doing it for different courses and stuff, we're kind of doing the same thing right now, which is like and dividing and conquering the uh what would you call it, strategy of it all. So
Oh yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Totally.
Not all masterminds are like this, guys. In fact, this is the first time in a few years of doing masterminds that it's ever been like we're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah,
But
for real.
awesome.
It's kind of cool though, because I mean, again, I wouldn't have time to do what you're doing either. So it's interesting to see what works in different capacities.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I'll be honest. I don't have time to do what I'm doing either. I did not do what I said I would do last week. Well, I guess I did. I kind of did. Um, I can't remember exactly the words I used. I'm right on the line of whether I did it or not. Um, I know I said that I would definitely have a plan for my funnel. Um, and I said I
Yes,
would hope to have maybe started to launch something of said funnel by now. I don't remember what I said about creating the content of the funnel, but where I am, as it turns out, is I've made a plan for the funnel. I've created no new
excellent.
content for the funnel, so it's about half empty. Um, and I've definitely not launched said half empty funnel. But this week has been absolutely nuts from my IT business perspective. I went to a conference last week for 2 days, virtually, and so I changed my voicemail around and said like I'm gone till Monday. So I got punished Monday pretty hard, which I was expecting. Like whenever I take some time off, it's like stack up the appointments on Monday. Um, and so I was expecting that. And then I got over Monday and started on Tuesday, and people were just relentless. They've been calling all week nonstop. I like I don't have I did not have like a down moment all week, and they're still calling. And I'm like, so
Damn,
next
dude.
week is filling up. So because of that, and because of like working really long hours and working hard all day on that stuff, as opposed to like going, oh, nobody's calling. I just come home exhausted, and I'm like, okay, I can do one half of one thing, but I cannot do a full thing right now. And then I just like zone out and watch baseball right now or Netflix and
Dude, I
um
don't blame you.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's been good for the bank account because I'm certainly making money with this my day job, which is my business. So it's kind of funny to have a side hustle from the thing that was originally my side hustle that I built up into my full-time gig. Um so yeah, always up to something, but not where I wanted to be by now, but I think I'll be able to do that by next week. I'm hoping even uh, with a little luck by Monday I should be able to launch a trial run at very small budgets on Facebook for 5 days next week,
Nice.
and next Friday hopefully be like, well, this is what I learned. This part of the funnel does not work at all. But um, yeah, so that's where
I
I've
mean, I
been,
guess
mostly
so
in computer hell.
time-wise though, right? Computer hell. Where old MacBooks go to die.
Yes, yes. No, no. Old MacBooks go to
um
heaven. Old PCs go to
oh,
computer.
that's fair. You're
Oh,
right.
oh, sorry,
You're right.
PC people.
Says
So sorry.
says the Mac person.
Yeah, you have your AirPods in, your iPhone, your Apple Watch. I'm
Dude,
surrounded
they
by
sucked me
my
in.
MacBook, my iPad, my Apple Watch, my phone somewhere. Uh, I don't have the AirPods yet, but man, they have all my money. It's unfortunate.
But dude, I mean, so like what you're doing and like what you're facing is why people hire people to do what you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get it done quick.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to learn it, which is why it's taking a little bit longer, but I think that's totally fine.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
cuz then eventually you'll have that information that you need and it's not going to be an issue. And you'll
Yeah,
know how to do it again. And
yeah.
it won't be like a trial and error thing, you know?
And I think eventually it'll be like I don't know if I like love doing it or anything, but I want to know enough about it to be able to like contract somebody to do it in the future and kind of know what they're up to and be able to have a conversation with them rather than like work your magic. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So, um
Hocus pocus, boom,
right.
done.
So
Like that?
a little more dialogue on what's going on and be able to understand what they're doing and just hire them to do it versus like hire them to create this magic spell and execute it.
Totes.
Um, yeah. Speaking of, so I'm back on the like I need to hire somebody train. And I
Hey!
don't know I don't know what move to make cuz I need kind of a generalist and maybe that's what I get, but I definitely don't consistently have enough IT work to have a technician full time, but maybe part time, and that would suddenly make me do very little IT work. In which case, I have time to work on other things. Um, Maybe I need like an admin assistant that's like um, able to execute some of these funnel things with me, like just do some of the actual work of it and um, call people back and schedule IT appointments like this week where I'm flat out not answering my phone because I can't. So
Yeah.
um, I'm kind of playing with that, but all the things I'm up to, and that's kind of my question for the week is like, where do you think? Probably a part timer, like 15-20 hours a week, something
Yeah.
like that. Where would they?
Like a virtual assistant for your Josh Bean empire would probably be solid, right? So like
Right?
it wouldn't I mean it wouldn't just be for JBit. It could be for a variety of other things as well, perhaps. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
not necessarily keeping track of your schedule, but like if someone reaches out for your podcast course or for your music business, like that person, I was going to say she, but that's sexist. That person
Assistants can only be
can
female. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't mean for it to come. It's not 1950. I'm sorry. um, but that person can schedule out any of those for you, right? Like based off of what it is, rather than just a technician that can only fix computers
Right.
and then still leaves you with all of that potential paperwork. And remind me, you still have a bookkeeper, yeah?
I do have a bookkeeper, yeah. And
Okay.
oh man,
So
that has saved me this year. Like I just not thought about my books all year until I want to see what they say and draw the reports, to look at things. Like I don't
oh, that sounds lovely.
and every once in a while I look through and just kind of go, these all seem like the right categories of things. Yeah, great. So I just pull the report and I'm like, well, there's how much I made in that category this year. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
And like once a month, she sends me an email and goes, I reconciled everything. And here are the three transactions I have no record of. What are they? And I go, oh, that's that. That's that. That's that. And then she does it.
That's awesome.
So it's
Yeah,
great.
I don't have enough moving pieces in my business to justify having um or a bookkeeper, but I'm
Yeah.
happy
Well,
that you do
you don't have
to
enough
take the headache out of it.
transactions, right? Like
No. I
I'm
mean, when I was shopping for clients, I did, but like
right.
I keep all my receipts, so
So now,
it takes 2 seconds.
yeah, I'm buying parts and things all the time.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid, $50 here, $100 there all the time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been
Right.
great.
So sorry. Going back to your admin assistant potentially.
Right.
I think that could be more beneficial than a technician, truthfully.
Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking of in these COVID times is I don't necessarily want a person physically present.
Oh no,
you know,
virtual,
and
100%.
that's what I mean
I
about
don't think
like
anyone would. Yeah.
I mean about the technician. Like they would have to be on site
Mm,
often, and so it's like another
yeah, no.
reason to go for yeah, let's get a virtual assistant versus a technician either in the shop or sending somebody to people's houses, etc. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I'm leaning
Very good.
towards
Problem solved,
that.
Josh.
I just need to find this person and take the plunge. Like Greg said when he was on Casual Fridays a month or two or so ago, like just do it. It's amazing. Um,
Yeah, I mean, for him, I mean, that opened up time and it actually gave him more opportunity to follow up and reach out with clients.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it's scary initially, but it can be totally worth it.
Right? Yeah, I think so. And I just need to I also probably need to independently hire because every time I've looked up virtual assistants through companies and stuff, they do a very specific set of skills and cost a lot of freaking money. And
Yeah.
I just need someone who can be very general. Like I could be like, "Hey, this is how you do this pretty simple task. Can you just do it, 10 times this week on X, Y,
Yeah.
and Z, versus being like,
I
well, the
might,
company only says that you do website updates, or whatever.
yeah, I might have someone.
Excellent.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know offline.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull said reports on how the money's going in the business and see what I can afford. But yeah, I think it's time. I definitely need somebody, um, limited part time, if not half time. So
Yeah.
it's time. It's just scary to me that that's the thing. But
Yeah, for sure. So, in addition to work stuff this week, I've also gotten back on my meditation train. Dude,
oh,
I can't tell you how
nice,
much I missed it. It's
nice.
just been inconsistent, like with my like crappy sleep and like weird time zone and
Mm-hmm.
moving and whatever. Just
Mm-hmm.
like lack of consistency, But I got back on it this week. Oh my god, it's so great,
Love it.
so great.
Love it. Yeah, I'm off.
And I added another little.
I'm off my meditation train right now, but trying to get back onto it. Just this week has been so nuts. This morning I was like, I haven't
Yeah, dude,
meditated
no
for
doubt.
like a week. This is the worst.
It feels crappy when you don't too.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like 2 months ago, 2 months ago, or maybe 3 months ago now, I don't know, 4 months ago, whatever. Had you told me that meditation would have been a part of my normal like daily routine, I've been like, Psh, my dad's been trying to get me to do that for EBS, please.
I
And
just said
now I'm
the
like,
exact same thing. My dad's been trying to do that to me forever.
and now I'm just like, Papa, give me 15 minutes. I'll call you when I'm done meditating. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.
You call him
So,
Papa?
totally
I love
different
it.
world. I do call him Papa.
Papa, can you hear me? No, you can't because I'm meditating.
This is the sound of Celestina meditating. Nothing. All right, I want to share one more thing with you guys.
Yeah.
So this is my daily like planner reflective journal thing, like where I write out my schedule even though I have a digital schedule. We might talk about this in the future, kids. But I didn't do this before, and what we're going to talk about in the future is why I started doing this. So I added in my word of the year, which we talked about earlier this year, which is choice, and then I'm adding in daily affirmations. So that's really nice to add in.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so what she's talking about is we have what we're calling the Unstuck Life Book. More info coming soon, but that's going to be free for unstuckers. So if you've been like, you people with your morning routines and you're this and you're that, I don't know what you're talking about. We made one just for you, or we're in the process of making one just for you. So there's our little soft announcement. We'll have a lot more information in the future, and like I said, it's going to be free for you guys. So I hope it you like it when we tell you more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my very
All right,
rehearsed
Josh.
sales pitch for that. uh,
So, what are your goals for this week, Josh?
all right, my goals this week is to, I guess by next Friday, given how crazy things are, I would like to launch or have launched my trial run of the new funnel. So if it launches next Monday, great. If it launches next Friday, great. As long as it's
Cool.
launched, and then we'll have more data later.
Yeah,
How about you?
for sure. I want to like schedule and like actually conduct at least one 15-minute like introductory call with a prospective
Yeah,
client.
yeah. Excellent.
That's my goal. Yeah. So that means conquering fears and conversing with people.
Yes, yes. Um, and now you're gonna have the excuse of not being in quarantine. So you're gonna be like, oh, but I just want to go explore this part of Germany, but you have to do some work. Chow, you're not on permanent
I
vacation
do.
out there.
Permanent vacation. The only thing we do is play basketball and walk everywhere. Permanent vacation.
Yeah. Um, cool. Well, with that, we'll wrap up our Casual Friday episode. If you got a question for us on Casual Friday, please hit us up on Instagram or at unstuck.institute@gmail.com. Um, what else do we say? I forget.
Also, for you unstuckers who aren't following us on the gram right now, please do, because we always ask for input on our stories, and we want to help you guys. So we'll occasionally do like polls and stuff. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to partake in the polls, and then we can actually give you content that you guys want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also do a bunch of like silly little updates here and there on what we're up to. So if you want to follow along more than we can summarize in Casual Friday, you can find us there as well. So that's at Unstuck Institute. We are the Unstuck Institute. Find us wherever podcasts are sold, given away for free,
Yeah,
downloaded,
yeah.
wherever fine podcasts are downloaded. And of course, Casual Fridays are now on YouTube, so you can uh, find us, the Unstuck Institute, on YouTube and see our faces if you so desire. Ah! We're making silly faces right now. All right. I was. Chell was not. She was not on board with it. So if you're getting audio only, you're missing out on Josh's face and Shell's just like stunned laughter.
In my defense, it's like 10:30 p.m. right now, and I've been up since like 7.
Also, like clearly the internet's a little delayed right now.
It is a little delayed, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't know how this YouTube recording is going to turn out, but I guess you'll know when you're watching this, and you'll be like, "It's pretty bad. It's pretty out of sync. This is wacky." Oh well, that is the magic of 2020 Zoom internet problems. All right, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Bye,
Bye.
Unstuckers.